Hello guys, I'm Daniel. Welcome to Alpha Coding. For our debut episode, we'll be going over how to create a new account with AWS, how to set up a lower level IAM user account, and finally, how to create your first development environment with Cloud9. Let's begin. First, let's head over to the AWS site. Once here, we can choose to create a free account. Fill out the form with your information, and once you're done, continue. Complete this form, check the box to agree, then create account and continue. We'll skip ahead here to save some time. Supply your payment information here to keep on file. We'll be staying within the free tier limits in our setup, which gives us a free year to use and decide if we'd like to continue with the service. Feel free to click on the links here to learn more, but for now, fill this out and I'll just skip ahead and meet you there. Supply your number, enter the CAPTCHA, and select Call Me Now to verify by phone. Use the 4-digit number to verify, and when you see this check mark, you're all set to continue. We want to choose the basic plan here. Personalize your role and interests, and submit when you're done. Now that we've created our root user account, let's sign into our console for the first time. Sign in with your credentials. I'll skip ahead and meet you at the next screen. This is our AWS console. At this point, it'd be fine to work with our root user account, but it's recommended to only use this account for root level administration. We'll have more on that in future videos. For now, let's set an IAM account with fewer privileges to use in our day-to-day operations. We can type IAM in the search bar and select IAM from the drop-down to navigate to our IAM screen. Select Groups on the left panel. Now select Create New Group. We can name our group here. And let me take this opportunity to remind you, if you're new to AWS, you might find some of this confusing. There's a lot to cover, but for now, just follow along. Today's episode is focused solely on creating a basic environment to get you going. That said, let's set some default policies to our user group. In the filter, type Cloud9 and select all three options. Click Next when you're done. Review your selections and create your group. Now we'll create our user. Select Users from the left panel. Select Add User. Choose a username and select both access options. Choose Custom Password and enter the password you like. Remember, we have our root account and this separate lower level IAM account, so keep track of your credentials and know which is which. When you're done, you can deselect password reset since it'll be our account and not a collaborator. Then select Next Permissions to continue. Select the access group we created and Next Review. Then Review and Create User. Here we can download the CSV file with our credentials for this account. Download the file, keep it safe, and select Close when you're done. If we go to our groups, we can confirm we successfully added the user by checking our group's user column. Now let's head over to our top menu and select My Account. At the top of your screen, copy your account ID and save it. You'll need it when signing in with your IAM account. When you're done, sign out. And finally, we can sign back in with our new IAM user account. As you can see, this is our root user. We'll want to select Sign in to a different account. Enter your root account ID we copied from before. Select Next. And sign in with your IAM user credentials. Now that we're logged in, we can go ahead and create our first environment. Before we jump in, as you can see, AWS has quite a large lineup of services, and it's best to not try to absorb it all at once. focus on one thing at a time, and hopefully my videos and other videos you might find will help you get a better understanding. Our focus now will be Cloud9, which you can find in the developer tools section. Let's go ahead and click that. You might get a message that your account is still being prepared. If you do, check your email, follow the steps, and come back in an hour or so. Just remember, time might vary for you. There's a few resources on this page if you'd like to learn a bit more. At some point, take the time, browse through it, it'll be beneficial. Let's go ahead and select Create Environment. We'll want to add a name and description to our environment here, then select Next. In our configure settings, as I mentioned before, we'll be staying within the free tier limits with a very basic setup, but I'll briefly go over some of the options available to you. For our environment type, we have two options. The first, which we'll use now, we'll use an Amazon EC2 instance under the hood to host our environment. But if we chose to, we could also connect remotely to an existing machine we might already have set up through an SSH connection. We'll stick with an EC2 for now. For our instance type, we want to stick with the default T2 Micro 1GB RAM plus a virtual CPU, which allows us to stay within the free tier limits. They also provide a large number of options to meet any needs you might have, as you can see, but we'll stick with the T2 Micro for now. We can also set the timeout for our environment to shut down to avoid accumulating hours while we're not actually working if, say, we accidentally happen to leave our environment running. We'll leave the default option for this. It also automatically creates a role for Cloud9 to interact with other services, but don't worry about that for now. We also have some advanced network settings where we can launch our EC2 into an existing Amazon Cloud VPC, create a new one, some subnet options, but again, leave this alone for now. We have our settings. Let's select Next to continue. We can review our settings here. Also, as you can see, they give us a few suggestions for best practice, which I really like. They were proactive to let us know that Cloud9 does not perform any automatic backups. So what does that mean? Make sure you use source control and back up your code using things like GitHub, download your project, etc. Also, make sure you update all your software on your environment. Cloud9 does not automatically do this for you. They mentioned CloudTrail, another AWS service. You can click Learn More to learn more about that. And finally, letting you know to only share your environment with trusted users, which should go without saying. Okay, now let's go ahead and create our environment. And we're all set. We created a basic environment with Cloud9. Give it a moment to get set up. Out of the box, if you will, you have your code editor, debugger, a terminal with all your sudo privileges ready to go, and a bunch of other features we'll explore in future videos. It also comes prepackaged with tooling for over 40 languages, including Node.js, JavaScript, Python, PHP, Ruby, Go, and C++, all set up for you to minimize installations. And once your environment is set up, you can work from home, your office, your laptop, or if you really needed to, a random computer you've never been on. As long as you have internet connection, starting up your environment is as simple as opening a browser, signing in, and you're ready to code. Stay tuned for more videos. We'll explore some more together. Signing out for now. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.